Humanity has always had a fascination for the stars. When the first man stepped on the moon, we proved that we are not limited to the confines of our planet, and that our dream of space really was just within our grasp. It was 50 years ago that the image of that one giant leap appeared on the canvas of humanity's great tapestry of advancement. But now we have Artemis, NASA's revolutionary mission to create a moon outpost in orbit to inhabit space. This mission will be the most critical step in establishing a meaningful human presence away from planet Earth. So like the Greek myth of Artemis, we again find ourselves shooting for the stars. Artemis's Space Launch System, or SLS, is the most powerful rocket in the world. Standing at 11 stories high, the SLS is capable of carrying a payload of 57,000 pounds, or in other words, over 8 African elephants. The SLS is made up of 5 components: the forward skirt, liquid oxygen tank, intertank, liquid hydrogen tank, and engine section. With half the cost for the launch and 15% more thrust compared to Saturn V, this colossal system promises the Artemis team the ride of their life. For 8 minutes, 4 R-25 engines along with 2 5-segment solid rocket boosters will propel the SLS to easily overcome Earth's immense gravity and enter a parking orbit around our planet, before making the final push towards the moon, orbiting 238,900 miles away, traveling the equivalent of 10 times around the Earth. As the crew is brought into the moon's orbit, it will meet with Gateway, which will be sent and constructed separately from the main launch. Gateway is similar to the International Space Station, in that it will act as a hub for communication and research missions from the moon's orbit to its surface, and will be compatible with further modifications and additions to its structure. This centralized hub is the most crucial element of the mission, and will provide the flexibility necessary to sustain the crew for months-long expeditions and utilize its unique ability to shift its orbit to scan the surface of the moon. Orion, the multi-purpose crew vehicle consisting of the crew module and European service module, will support the module's descent to the moon and re-entry to Earth. Its increased size will allow it to support more astronauts for a longer period of time, and advancements in technology have allowed a variety of improvements, from near unlimited oxygen supply to less restrictions of energy production using solar cells, to autonomous control of the module. Together, the Space Launch System, Gateway, and Orion are the puzzle pieces that will work together to take the first woman and the next man to the lunar surface. Once fully implemented, the goal of Artemis is not only to return to the moon in 2024, but primarily to use this as the first step to creating a sustainable, long-term moon base. Astronauts will travel to the unexplored south pole of the moon, which contains long frozen ice deposits, and attempt to use the ice to create drinking water, oxygen to breathe, and hydrogen for fuel. This technique could potentially lead to a partially self-sufficient base in deep space. Despite support from the White House, which bumped its funding from $22.6 billion to $23.8 billion, predictions indicate that this simply won't be enough to complete such an ambitious project by 2024. The Planetary Society claims that at least $4 to $5 billion more dollars will be required to reach this goal. Moreover, with recent delays pushing the testing date of Artemis's first trial with Orion, aka Artemis 1, to 2021, it appears as though keeping on schedule becomes more difficult as the days go by. With the Artemis mission's potential to build a lunar colony and establish long-term habitation on the moon, humanity is delving into once was considered science fiction. It provides the path to unified understanding of the mystery and brimming potential of life beyond our minuscule corner of the universe. It is science fiction brought to life and the hope of a new interstellar tomorrow.